Hey there, and welcome to another installment of Tom's World. Today we're in Northampton Township, right along Neshaminy Creek, and there is a small waterfall over here that I want to check out. This place that we're in has actually two different names. The name behind me on the billboard there says Fisherman's Lot, and I did see that on Google Maps, but I also saw that it said Neshaminy Lake. I looked all around on Google Maps. There was no lake to be found, but you know, who am I to judge for what they call it? My main concern is getting to those falls because I want to check them out, because when I was looking on Google Maps, it actually looked pretty impressive. It looked way more exciting than Neshaminy Falls. So I figured, you know, what the heck, let's go check it out. So let's do that. So as I mentioned, on Google Maps, it said Neshaminy Lake, and it just eludes me as to why they would call it that. But it also goes by Fisherman's Lot. And there's a sign over here. I didn't look at it when I came in. Oh, it just says no vehicular traffic. So I believe this is the direction I want to go in to get to the creek. And then once I get to the creek, I can find the falls. Now I did see a sign down that way where you can see that person walking. It said Tyler State Horse Trail. So Tyler State Park Horse Trail. So we must not be far from Tyler State Park, which at some point I will get to. But I think the state parks, I'm going to save a lot of them for the winter time or the fall time, because these bugs are just, they're too much. I mean, you'd think I'd be used to dealing with them all day long while I'm at work, but I'm not. Especially the gnats, because they like to fly in your ear, up your nose, in your mouth, in your eye. They get very, very annoying. Anyway, we're going to keep trekking on here. Some signs up here, and see what they say. So this is, you can see on the post there, it says Neshaminy Trail, 2.5 miles. They closed all vehicles, not a designated picnic area, blah blah blah. None of this applies to me, so we're gonna keep going. I will say this, that the video I made last week at PlayWiki Farm, that was actually really cool to be there. The only downfall I had is that big jug of water that I took with me had like a nasty taste in it, and I didn't realize it until like halfway through that jug. Man, my stomach was a little upset for a little while, but I got past it. And we will go back to Playwicki Park to examine more, because we did see that sign for the limestone kiln, and when I brought up to somebody that I was there, they asked if I went to see the kiln. So that's something else we got to do. If I stand still, I think I can actually hear the falls. But if I stand still, then the gnats all conjugate around my face, and maybe conjugate wasn't the right word. Maybe it was, I don't know. The heat's already starting to get to me, and the gnats are buzzing around my ears and stuff. I'll be honest, that birdhouse, we'll see if we can get a better view of it up here. You can see the colors. It actually scared the crap out of me. I thought it was somebody hanging there for a second. It's funny how the eyes can play tricks on you like that when you just see it out the corner of your eye. Now there's a path going down here, and I know if I find my way to the beach of the creek, it looked like I could just walk down the beach. But the sound of the falls that I'm hearing are coming from this direction, and it does look like there's a trail up ahead on the right as well. So I'll go down to this one, and if it takes me to the falls, cool. If not, I'll just turn around and go back and take that one. But if it takes me to the falls and the beach is there, I'll walk along that beach and come back up that trail we just passed. I actually forgot to bring my deep woods off with me. So I don't want to trek through anything really thick. I could see the falls through here, so I guess we'll be at the top of the falls going this way. But yeah, this is like one of the first times I forgot the deep woods off. I wore the work shoes though. So I think from what I saw, let me check my head for a second here. I just felt something land in it. I know ticks like to drop right down on it, on your head and stuff. Anyway, It was actually referred to as a dam. Oh wow, this is pretty neat. It's not as high up as I thought it would be, keeping in mind I only saw the satellite image. But this is still really cool. Wow. There's a little football down in there. I don't know if you see that. It's just caught in there in a perpetual cycle. If you can even hear me over the falls, which I hope you can. It doesn't look like there's much of a beach that way. We can get down a little lower here. Let me give that a shot. There's the football. It's actually kind of mesmerizing. Not the football itself, but the water. A little disorienting too, because if you're standing here and you're just looking at the water and you don't look at the concrete that you're standing on, it almost feels like you're moving. I'm sure that doesn't come through on the video, but wow, look at this. And the creek's pretty wide here. But who would ever thought? This is Neshaminy Creek. And on the other side, it looks so peaceful. Like a mirror. Let's go up and check that out. Like you'd never know that a mere just feet from here, it gets so rapid. Let's go back to that other trail down there, see if we get a different view from it. Yeah, that was really neat. I'm gonna go back there again before I leave. And there's a little trail going down this way, but I know that right there was nowhere to stand. So the water levels must be up right now. I'll tell you what though, the bugs are plentiful in here, including mosquitoes. I just got bit up like crazy standing there. I don't know why I say I'll tell you what. I feel like that dude from King of the Hill, Hank Hill, whenever I say that. Now I'll tell you what. I just sell propane and propane accessories. Not my best impression of him. I can do better, but I'm not going to try now. All right, see what we got going on down here. Well, apparently there's a little pass-through of water that comes through here. You can tell by the way it's shaped on either side of this trail. In the distance, there's that birdhouse that I thought was a person. I keep feeling things landing on my head. It's probably in my mind, or maybe it's just like a little fly or something. I don't know. I have an insane phobia of ticks. Especially after the little speech I got at work. Alright, another little trail going off that way, but wow, we may not get down here. Oh, alright, it's not that bad. I think we can handle this. Apparently some people down here. I'm going to try not to get them in my shot. Yeah, it's still cool from this angle. Not as impressive as when you're right up on top of it. But you can see how rapid it makes the creek here. Stand on this rock, get a further look out here. Yeah, this whole place is pretty cool. I'm digging it. Glad I came. The creek is pretty clear here. Might be a little hard to tell because of the glare. I mean, it's got a little brownish tint to it, but that's like all the rocks and stuff underneath. And I don't know if it comes through on the camera, but as the water falls, like drops off the edge of that, it's got like a slightly greenish tint to it. Still very cool though. Well, let's get back up on top before we get out of here. I know that was pretty quick, right? But that's okay, because I do have stuff that I got to get done before I meet up with my goddess for tonight. We'll be going out to see our friend's band again, and should be a good time. It's at a place I've been curious to go to. Like I said, it should be a good time. Always is when I'm hanging out with Stephanie. One thing I know for sure, obviously, that can't come through on the video, is the smell in here. I can't quite describe it. It's almost like a sweet smell, which might explain why all the bugs are in here, like more so than I normally see. I'm like looking around at everything. It's a new place for me, you know? I get excited. Love nature. Hate the bugs, but love nature. Some pink flowers caught my eye. Pretty neat. There's quite a few of them. We got a beetle. Not a bee. Yeah, I could make some corny joke about, is that George, Ringo, blah, 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 Paul, you know, no. It's far beyond me to do corny jokes. And if you've ever seen any of my other videos, you know I'm being full of crap right there. So here it is again. Pretty humid out here today, as it has been in every one of my videos. Football's still there. Very cool. Like I said, you'd never know this was Neshaminy Creek. We'll have to come back here sometime and see if the football is still there. All right. Let's get out of here. It was actually a longer drive to get here than I thought. Of course, I had to make stops along the way. I had to stop and get oil because I keep getting the low engine oil light, but it doesn't stay on. It's like when I first start the car up and then it goes away. But then when I got the oil, before I put it in, when I opened up the cap, there were some little bits of steam coming out, so guess I'm in need of an oil change. I did just have the car in for inspection not that long ago, but since I've gotten it back, that just recently started happening. But right from the first couple days that I had it back, there seems to be an issue with the traction system. When I go to take off sometimes from a full stop, the traction system activates, and it's not because I have low air in the tires or anything, because I've checked that. And sometimes the service traction system light comes on. Well, not a light, but a little message. So I don't know what that's about. Gonna have to call out the guys that I took it to and let them know that it's been going on since I got it back. See what they can figure out. I mean, hopefully, I would think it's nothing that was their fault. Maybe just coincidental timing. There's the locust. I think that's an indication of the humidity level. Because like I only ever really seem to hear them when it's really humid out. Haven't seen any animals here. I think maybe a squirrel or two, but they're just everywhere. No deer. I'm sure they're here. It's a pretty decent sized tree over here to the left. Get to this opening, I'll show you. See how thick that is? Doesn't look like it's doing too well. I'm sure that has seen many, many years, but the time is limited now. If it wasn't so humid, I would go exploring around, even down that horse trail, because I saw people going down that way too. But the sweat is pouring down, and as I said, I do have things I got to get done. So as I'm walking out here, I just want to say thank you for coming along on yet another adventure of mine. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. While you do that, make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified. Whoa, did you see that? There's a big hawk. Anyway, yeah, once you hit the notification bell, that way you'll be notified as soon as I upload new videos. They've been coming out at least once a week now. I'm trying to be as diligent with that as I can. And still on the path to 1,000 subscribers. My first big goal. Not far off. Within, we'll say I'm within 100 something. So anyway, also if you could do me a favor and hit the like button right below this video, the thumbs up icon, that would greatly help me out with the YouTube algorithm. And I'm gonna get out of here. So thank you once again to everyone. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.